1 second there, lads. Oh. What is up, everyone? Today I am streaming for the first time in a very long time, and we're not even doing Balisong stuff. So sorry about that, but here we are. Don't know if you remember me. I've been a fan for a long time. I've recently quit Balisongs, but I love your lives. I'm sorry to hear that you've quit Balisongs. That's very disappointing, but I hope you're finding something else to fill the void. Hope you're finding something else to fill the void. Dude's whole personality is being a Balisong flipper. Cringe kid, man. Man, you got in here real quick to start hating. Thank you. Thank you very much for your support. I guess the funny title is too much for this big guy in chat. Why do his lips look like that? Okay, cool. What's up, Glacier? What's up, Tony? Today is literally just a test. It's a chance to talk to you guys for a first time in a while, and it's also a chance to test out the sim rig that I recently picked up. And I'm going to be playing this goofy little game while I do it. Okay, there we go. I couldn't figure out how to get chat and make it bigger. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm just gonna up the volume on my mic a little bit so I can kind of put it a little further away. Ted, you got an Empress? Hell yeah, dude. Happy to hear it. What are we talking about today? Literally whatever. Also drop the package off. I'm excited. Excited to check it out. Huge thank you to Ted. Let's everyone say thank you to Ted in advance for what the videos coming up are going to be. You're old enough to drive? I can't believe it either. I personally can't believe it either. Where the hell did I park? So for anyone who's not aware, this is a game called Motor Town. It looks like Roblox. I know, you don't have to tell me, but it is basically like an open world driving simulator thing where you make jobs for yourself driving around. So you can be a taxi, a truck driver, you can do deliveries. It's pretty fun. I literally am only doing this to see if there is any interest in streams like this, because I've been using the sim rig quite a bit recently and I really enjoy it. Also using it as a excuse to stream for the first time in a while. So what do we got? Got a beautiful Sunset, Anno Empress, and Cash. Oh, you traded an Aeon. Nice. Sunset Anno. I like it already. I quite enjoy it already. can reach in front of chat. Woo. Yeah, we've got some exciting stuff coming in from Ted. Exciting stuff coming in from multiple people for the next few days. Or, not next few days, sorry. Next few weeks. Things that I am very, very excited about. That thumbnail roped me in like lightning striking the top of a tower. That freaking rules. I'm glad it worked. So, to give the stream viewers a little more context, because I've been kind of hinting at it in the videos, I've been getting into cars recently. I actually just sold my 5-year car that I've had since 2020 for a new car, and that new car is actually a manual. Yeah, this setup is completely new. I drove across the state to buy this setup on Facebook Marketplace for like a very good price. So here we are. I bought a new car. It's manual, and I kind of fell in love with driving manuals. So I bought this so that I didn't have to constantly be driving my car and wasting gas. I just dropped my good question and flip the script. No, you can leave the good questions for flip the script. This isn't like actual flip the script stuff. Thank you, Adriana. Hi. I like my hoodie too. It's pretty cool. Small weights are installed. Feel free to swap them. Medium weights came messed up, so I didn't send those. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, either way, thank you, Ted. What car? I got a Honda CRZ. It is quite the anomaly of a car, but I freaking love that thing. Watching stream while playing God of War 2018 for the first time. Hey. That sounds awesome. So this car that I'm in, I can actually, here, I can show you guys. This is my car. It's actually like a generic version of my favorite car of all time. It's a Datsun 240, 260, 280Z, whatever it is. And I turned it into a taxi so that I can drive people around at the speed of light and scare them, hopefully. Let's go find a taxi job. That one will work. Messed up as in sent this 3 small weights and 1 medium. I see. I was wondering how they messed up the weights. But a packaging error makes far more sense. Flip the script vid from today was good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. There were some good questions. I actually thought that this episode wasn't going to be that long. Because when I initially... I don't like pre-pick the questions, but I do scroll through and read through some of them just to get a good idea of what I might be talking about. Because the whole idea of Flip the Script is to answer all of the questions like off the dome, non-scripted, and get like my true thoughts on something. So I thought that this was going to be a very, very short episode of not the greatest questions in the world. Lo and behold, it was great. There were some great questions today. I kind of like that it was long. Flip the Script, I aim to have like 20 to 30 minute episodes. Just because I want there to be intrigue, I guess. And I want to be able to answer as many questions as possible. I obviously can't answer every single question that people ask. But I can answer the good stuff, right? And there was some good stuff today. I wasn't sure if there was going to be or not. Here's my default dumb question then. What's your favorite unconventional sandwich? I don't know how unconventional it is, but I have a very fond memory of, with Ty specifically, old, you know, blade bias Ty blade bias as people call him, where we would make sandwiches. I believe it was ham. The police are after me. Oh well. I believe it was ham, hot Cheetos, and sweet and spicy chili Doritos on a hot dog bun. I don't know how unconventional that is, but that's a favorite memory of mine. Other than that, here's an unconventional one that people probably would hate me for. I am not opposed to just like throwing, if I want like a really quick down and dirty meal, I'm not opposed to throwing mustard on a roll and just eating that. I don't do it often. Well, I'm not like a crazy psychopath, but it was interesting to hear a question about how you know if you're on the bite handle or not, because I don't think about that. Yeah, and that's the point I was trying to make in the video. It's not something that people like think about. It's something that becomes second nature to anyone that has flipped for even like a month or two, as long as they have flipped with a non-symmetrical Balisong design. So it's not really something... Uh-oh. We saved it. It's not really something that people think about beyond just, you know, when they're beginning. So I think it's important for someone to have that as a resource if that's what they need. The problem with Flip the Script, though, is that there's no way to like easily look up the answers or easily look up the questions that I answer in each video. Wow, talking to chat has both made me... Who could have guessed that reading chat messages while I'm driving could make me a worse driver? This guest was supposed to be comfortable and there fast, and I did neither of those. Oh well. What game is this? This is called Motortown. Motortown Behind the Wheel.
Thank you very much.
And we make $6 grand for that. I did not mean to get out of my car. Whoops. Jack Doherty Simulator. Dude, Moist Critical's video on Jack Doherty getting arrested was so funny. Barbecue chicken alert. What up, Em? Fill up with gas. When you say you're getting into cars, what type of content are you enjoying about them? There's been a lot, so... Oh. Actually, this is a stop and park kind of question. So, I think my favorite... There have been some videos that I've been watching on cars that have just been peak cinema. Like those kind of YouTube videos that you finish and you go, holy cow, that was a free video that I just got to enjoy. That's incredible. Some of my favorites are road trip content. Brandon, I can't remember for the life of me. Maybe it might have been you. Someone told me to watch Gears and Gasoline. And I feel like it was you, but I don't totally remember. But I have been loving their stuff. I've been watching videos about people like fixing their cars. Some of my favorite stuff has been people like rebuying their first ever car and then like fixing it back up. There's a lot of great stuff, but road trip stuff is my favorite. Some of my favorite videos I've seen are from Gears and Gasoline, their road trips, and then there was a guy who drove an Audi R8 to the Arctic Circle from Ohio, and that was just an incredible series of videos. That was not you. Okay. I think I get you confused because you did Gears and Gasoline, not Gears and Gasoline. You did, Caffeine and Octane. That's what it was. So sometimes I think maybe you would have recommended me the car thing, but maybe I don't know who it was then. I saw on Flightanium's website that the Balisong Z weighs 9 ounces. There's not a single... This is awesome. Thank you, Em. There is not a single production Balisong that I'm aware of that weighs 9 ounces. It's absolutely wrong. Oh wait, I gotta pick a new job. What button? There it is. Nope, that's not it. There it is. This game looks so much more fun with a wheel. This game is so much more fun with a wheel. I really enjoyed this game with a controller, but man, I love this thing with a wheel. And pedals and a stick shift. Yeah, that cop. I should just turn off cops. I can't even pass slower traffic without him coming after me. He says as he drives off into the other lane and off the road. Thug Heavyweight Balisong weighs 7 ounces. There was a brass one that someone made. I think it was MCK at Blade Show that weighed like 10 ounces or something like that. But 9 ounces is ungodly heavy for a Balisong. What up, Spark? Well, who could have guessed that reading chat messages and driving down the road is a bad idea? Who could have seen this coming? Let me just pull over. Oh, it was 8 ounces. Okay. I have to, unfortunately... Hold on. Unfortunately, the way this is set up, I have to scroll up and mess everything up. $5.3 for the jawbone. That's on the heavier side of things that I've heard of. Been watching the tech YouTuber and journalist Mr. Mobile. He may have just released his absolute peak video, a transatlantic crossing on the only ocean liner that still does that while walking 100 miles on the ship while reviewing 2 smartwatches. This is all for a smartwatch review? Okay, that is peak. Is that a wheel? Yes, it is. You know it. This is just a good reminder for why not to text and drive. Especially when you're speeding down a highway on the wrong side of the road. What are you doing up there, bud? Oh, there he goes. See you later. Uh-oh. Who could have guessed? Very legal. No, only very legal driving here. If I end up being unable to actually properly multitask, I do have like a track simulator Mr. Mobile easily has the best written tech content out there. I don't even think I've ever heard of Mr. Mobile. You're overall happy with your new car? Oh, very happy. It is the culmination of a lot of work. And I even had to do work on it after I bought it because the rear brakes were all seized up, so I had to fix that. But thing's been freaking awesome. I have always loved the CRZ. Like, I'd point it out every time in my head, I'd point it out. You know those cars that you see on the road and you're like, it's always been the CRZ for me. It's always been a few of the cars, but I've just always loved them. And I was literally just, I opened up Facebook Marketplace just randomly out of the blue for no reason. My previous car had over 200,000 miles on it. So I was kind of getting to the point where I was like, okay, I'm probably going to need something new. Open up Facebook Marketplace randomly one day, and one of the first posts I see is my new car. And I've always loved these little SUVs, or these little hatchbacks, so I was like, what if I just, like, did it, though? And so I looked up a Doug DeMuro video on the CRZ, and I fell in love with the thing just from that video. So I was like, alright, I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn manual. And learning manual turned out to be an incredible idea because it helped me fall in love with driving. I always liked driving in like a go from point A to point B kind of thing. Like, I was never upset that I had to get in the car and drive for an hour. But learning manual really helped me, like, actually fall in love with driving. If you're a tech nerd, he's basically like watching Blade Bias for phones. Interesting. I'll have to check out Mr. Mobile. Newest episode of Flip the Script. Astra looks so cool. I'm looking to buy one of those. Does he even still make the Astra? I don't even know what the...
Thank you.
Thomas Balisong isn't exactly the most consistent maker out there. Don't turn, don't turn, don't turn. Thank you. You see the little dot down by my steering wheel in the middle there? That is the, like, center of gravity of the car. So if that gets too far out of whack, then the customer gets angry. But then we also have to deliver in the timer up in the top right. So we have to do a fine balance of, like, comfortable and fast driving, while also not throwing ourselves off the road. So there's a lot of lane crossing and there's a lot of using the whole road to make sure that we don't get into that red zone down there. I went through the same situation last year when I bought what I always considered my reasonable dream car. What's your reasonable dream car? My actual dream car is what I'm driving in this game right now. Oh no. And that's the best part. Slamming into the wall for some reason does not agitate the customer at all. My dream car is what I'm driving in this game. It's a Datsun 240Z. I would love to own one of those things. But I have a fascination with just old cars in general. I have almost zero interest in owning like a... Oh, okay. Congratulations, officer. You caught me. Anyway, I have a fascination with old cars. I have almost zero interest in, like, you know, every kid's dream of owning, like, a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. I have almost zero interest in that. I want to own, like, some... Oh, he's after me again. Oh, no. Whatever will I do? I just want to own, like, old, cool cars. I have a very big fascination with old hatchbacks that are, like, very pyramid-y in their stance, like an old Corolla, like an AE86. I just despise that anime made those cars, like, stupid expensive, so I will basically never be able to own one. But I would settle for, like, a Honda CRX, which is basically the precursor to my current car. Yeah, I would love to do, like, a restoration style thing where I buy, like, a non-running car sitting in someone's yard for, like, $600 and get it working again. Although I admittedly would not have the skills necessary to do that. It'd be fun to try. I can work on the very basics of a car. Like, I can change tires. I can do brakes. Why did that tree just fall down? I don't know. I can do tires, brakes, oil changes. Like, very basic stuff. I could maybe, like, break down an engine and replace a head gasket, but I would have to have proper instructions for that. But that's the idea. I want to get, like, an old, dilapidated car so that I am forced to learn how to do all that stuff. We could go on a long drive. Let's do a long drive. Screw it. Actually, where... We're going up into the city. I think I'll be able to repair and gas up there. Series called When Phones Were Fun is amazing. Documents extensively tons of varieties from different phones. I should just turn off the cops. I'm going 55 and a 45, which I understand is technically illegal, but it's a video game. I don't think we have to be that strict, do we? Phones are different. Oh, I've seen those videos. I haven't watched them, but I have seen them recommended to me. Phones are so boring now. It's crazy. Like, I think my recent move, and by recent I mean like the last 5 years, from like tech guy into not so much of a tech guy, is really because tech is just so boring lately. Every phone that companies release look the same. It's just like, we added a new AI processor to make AI 10% faster. It's like, I didn't care about that in the first place. I don't think there's a single phone on the market right now that I would consider worth it to upgrade to for $1,000. Because it looks the same as my 4-year-old Samsung. And it's only marginally better. What car would you expect to be as fun to drive as the Spider is to flip? What car would I expect would be fun? You just got a Pixel 9. It's the most boring phone you've ever owned. All those issues with your Sony phone or with your Xperia, it may have sucked, but it was at least a little interesting, right? Okay, I need to find a gas station and a repair shop. Which, if we're in the city that I think we are, it should be up here. Guy who made his own phone for that reason is super cool to watch. I have seen that video recommended to me as well. None of my tires are actually properly damaged yet, so... What a useful backup camera. $1,400 on a phone. I just don't consider it worth it. I've got my S21 up there, and I literally don't need anything else. They're so boring. Anyway, what car do you think... Not anyway, sorry. I just realized I never answered this question. What would be as fun to drive as the Spider is to flip? I don't think I'm knowledgeable enough about cars. Ah, evening, officer. Don't mind me. Probably something that's just like... I don't know. I would say like a hybrid, but I've pretty much only ever driven hybrids. My last car was a hybrid. My current car is a hybrid. I don't think they're awful to drive. Probably just something that's boring. Actually, no, because the spider knife isn't even boring. The spider knife would be like a car that I turn the wheel to the left and the wheels go right. It would be something that actively hurts you. Actively detracts from your experience rather than just being like boring or something like that. Drove a Ford Taurus once. That was pretty sad. I am genuinely of the belief that any car can be fun to drive. As long as you are the right person to drive it. Or, you know what? Maybe the spider knife of cars is the car that drives a mile down the road and then breaks down. Like, it would probably be that. Something that actively hurts you. If I had a Ford Taurus as a beater and I didn't care about, that would be fun. Exactly. See, I am getting into cars, but in the sense of, like, I'm bonding with my dad over it. Or, like, I'm talking to people I know in real life. I have zero interest in joining online car communities and, like, talking about cars with people online. Because cars, much like headphones, are just full of some of the most elitist armchair experts that you could ever meet. And I just hate that. Kind of people that rag on other people for having like a Ford Fiesta or something. I am an equal opportunity car driver. I think every car has its place. Even electric cars. It's probably controversial. Probably controversial, but electric cars, super fun to drive. My CRZ may not be fast in the straightaways, but boy, can that thing... Please don't do that! Okay. Boy, can that thing corner. Respect all builds, even if you might not completely agree with them. Dude, that's just how I live my life. I don't understand how you could put so much effort into ragging on some poor dude who just wants to drive his 2015 Ford Fiesta. That actually kind of sounds awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, Ted, why do I hate you? Oh, Cam doesn't like his online community. No, the car community. Glacier excited for LDY comp? I am excited for LDY comp. I always enjoy seeing people post stuff. We're going into the wall here. Gotta keep that. Oh, I just money shifted the hell out of that. Whoops. Gotta keep the customer comfortable. What about BMW? What about a BMW? Other than the fact that they don't know how to use their turn signals, I got no problem with BMW. Hello, officer. Don't mind me. Spider knife car wouldn't have brakes and wouldn't have a spot to put oil. The spider knife Balisong wouldn't even use oil. No, the police do in fact care. There's a thing above me that shows my wanted level. The badge next to my name. Unfortunately, for the police, they're not very good in this game. So you can kind of usually just drive away. Oh, great heavens. Don't mind me, folks. How have I not lost a comfort tick yet? I still have 3 out of 3. You gotta find a good combination of driving fast and also not turning too hard. Is there a way to increase the amount of traffic? Yes. When you first load up like your world, there's an option that tells you can have like X% traffic and X% police. I just have it on like default 100%, but you can, I'm pretty sure you can crank it up to double or triple. Taxi drivers can bypass all laws. That's what I'm saying. What's up, Banana Man? BMW community is a bit nightmarish. Yeah. I will say, as much as I respect BMWs. I have zero interest in ever owning one. I don't think I could ever be bothered to actually own a BMW. I've just never seen one where I'm like, wow, that's a really cool looking car to me. Saw the notification that my Vega should be here tomorrow. What is a Vega? I hope you enjoy it. That's how I lose my first comfort. Wow. Oh, LDY's that I forgot that released. Wonder if you can increase the number of potholes. I don't know for sure. I feel like I remember seeing something that, like, if you drive over roads with big trucks, they will get worn down. And if you don't, like, support the local economy enough to fix them, then the roads will get dilapidated. I don't know if that's actually a thing. I just saw someone make a joke about it in a server I was playing on, so... Because this is multiplayer. You can, like, go on servers and there's text chat and stuff. Great heavens. You have a Vega on the way to you. LDY have not reached out about sending me anything. I was tempted to just buy a Vega, but I gotta be honest, with LDY stuff, I'm just not super interested in covering them. Unless they send it to me, of course, but I'm gonna buy it, and then by the time that I actually get sent it, people aren't gonna be interested anymore. There will already be 4 other channels that have videos on it, or they'll be discontinued entirely, and then it's just like, okay, it's not worth it. Because isn't the Vega titanium for like $100? With like the Kite AL, I'm super down to like, hey, I'll do a video or I'll buy it or whatever. G10 handles with titanium spacers. See, that for $90, that's gonna go bonkers. Oh, I have no comfort left. Okay, I can drive like a madman now. Whole channel titanium is even crazier. Same length as the Prisma. I didn't know that. This is why I need to take a closer look at that when they release it. But yeah, 229 and they're already gone. Kite AL and Orion S comb. True, those are both great Balisongs. This game is like Peak, but with cars and no mountain. I guess by that standard, this game is also like God of War, but without the god and without the war. Is it Santa season for trucking yet? No, I don't think so. I think we're still in the Halloween event. You choose your valleys based on viewer interest. If so, what's a valley you'd pick up regardless of public interest? So, basically, when a company comes out with a new Balisong, I have to go through a order of operations in my head. Number one, how likely are they to send it to me? Because I have some companies that are like, hey, we've got a new thing, we'll send it to you friggin' without even, like, telling you. Like, Nibali sometimes just sends me stuff. So, am I going to buy this and then one's going to show up on my doorstep anyway? Number two, is it in a price range that I actually want to spend on? Because a lot of Balisongs, to be completely honest with you, I'm in the point of my hobbies where spending $300 on a Balisong is not the most fun use of my money. Especially the limited money that I do have currently, which in the future hopefully shouldn't be an issue, but so like, what's the price? Am I interested in getting it anyways? If I'm not interested in getting it anyways, how likely are the viewers to be like super interested in this? How likely am I to pick something up that people are really going to take a liking to or really going to want to know about? You know, is this something that I'm going to get DMs about covering for the next 6 years? Kind of like the glider Moab, which I still get comments about. And then bonus points if I could buy the Balisong with 1 month or less of ad revenue money. Because I do always try and put the money back into Blade Bias that I make off of ad revenue. That's kind of the order of things. For some reason, the Vega, I didn't go through any of that. I just saw that they released a Balisong and then went about with my day. I should have looked into it more. Oh, I vastly overshot that. Falling into a rut where everything I own is LDY. Honestly, if I had to pick only one, like if I had to only own one Balisong company, I would pick LDY or Squid. They have like an excellent coverage of the Balisong spectrum. You know, with LDY you can get G10, you can get full channel, you can get sandwich, you can get titanium, live blades, trainers. Same with Squid, you can do aluminum, sandwich, channel, G10, stuff like that. But LDY is a really nice spread. It's not like Nibali's where you're getting into Nibali's and you're only getting basically channel aluminum stuff and really no ability to get like an actually sharp live blade from the factory. So of all the companies to only own, LDY honestly isn't the worst. Oh, I'm not going to make it with 5 stars. I've got a minute and a half to go 3 miles. I would love to go as the crow flies. Unfortunately, in the desert, this is what we're stuck with. The limiter has to get a real big workout. We got to push it out. You can print out your own scales for the kite AL. Yeah, it's cool to have a budget thing that's definitely like customizable like that. It's nice to see a lot of more budget Balisongs focus a bit more on customization. Because it means that you don't have to spend a lot to get into the modding scene, which I think is something that goes a bit underappreciated in Balisongs. Making new scales or getting new liners or stuff like that. Like I feel like the art of making a rep that's custom to you is kind of lost to time at this point. Back in the day, it seems like everyone owned their own custom rep that they loved. Nowadays, you don't see it that often. You think the car sounds good? Probably my biggest complaint with this game, besides the very arcadey physics, is I really do not enjoy the way the cars sound. Definitely sounds like a car. It definitely sounds like a Roblox car. Oh, it's bad? Okay. Misjudged that one. Sorry, sir. Now my radiator's broken. Someone sent you the 3D printed scales. They make the flipping experience so different. Yeah. I still have not been able to get the screw out of my kite AL, so I have not been able to install the other scale fully. I bet they end up releasing files for the Vega as well. I would hope so. That's my hope, is that they make the Vega a modding platform. Because I'm sure there's going to be I'm sure there's even going to be people that want to change it to like an aluminum spacer.
Oh my gosh. Thank you very much.
We made $40,000 off of that. Let's go! I'm gonna make scales for it out of chewing gum. Well, that's certainly a choice. Fortunately, my car, as much as I would love to drive back, I don't think my car will make it, so. Why is there moon gravity? I have no idea. But the, it's not great. Alright. We're gonna do some deliveries. Oh, this game is located on the moon. You know, I never thought of that. Do you want to buy the Damascus LDY? Oh, you're selling it now? I got the pins fixed. Did you get the pin? How, not that this has any impact on my choice or not, but how permanent is the fix that you got? Like, is it the sort of thing that you still just can't flip it? Or did it get a little better? Do I want to buy the Damascus series? Well, maybe we'll have to talk about that off stream, Ted. Because I, right now, genuinely don't know. All right, what will we deliver today? Not desperate to sell? Okay, good. Because it might be the case where I'm interested in buying it, but I might not be able to for a little bit. Especially with Christmas coming up. I don't know if I'm in the position for that, but I guess I can check the YouTube pay check comes in soon. I guess I can check how much that is. What if in the Bally Awards there was overbuilt of the year and it was just for chunky Bally's? I mean, that's in partially the essence of effortless EDC. The EDC category is meant for like chunky, durable Balisongs that you want to like carry around. You know I love the Astra Trainer. I do, and I actually have been thinking about getting rid of the Astra Trainer, so we might be able to make something work there. You get into headphones and IEMs. What do you like to plug them into? Music through a DAC on your phone? Are you into vinyl? Both. Vinyl, I'm more of a... I have a speaker setup. It's not a crazy speaker setup. It's just like a desktop speaker setup. But vinyl, I use speakers on. For my actual headphones, though, I just use this. I made a blade bias video on it. This is my Qtelix 5K. It's just a little wireless DAC. I can use it on my phone or my computer. It's not a ton of power for headphones, but I also don't have any headphones that are particularly hard to drive. So you don't see that many overbuilt Bally's released every year, though. It's not necessarily that it has to release this year. It's just that we prefer Balisongs that release this year. So there's definitely going to be categories that are filled with Balisongs that weren't released this year. But you'll kind of see, hopefully, newer Balisongs prioritized. I misplaced my Empusa I'm selling right now. Oh, replacing it for the Empress? I hope you find it. See you, Glacier. Have a good one. Saw a Medusa trainer secondhand that went for $260. Oh, the Kukri one? Oh, that would be sick for $260. No reason to have 2 leaf blades? Fair. I respect it. Gotta be a little bit, oh boy, a little bit more on the ball game with the clutch in this truck. I don't think it's sold, but the listing just ended. Oh, maybe I'll repost it. You surprised to not see Dispatch in Game of the Year nominations? Not Game of the Year. I don't think... I love Dispatch. I think it's an excellent game. I really enjoyed it. I don't think it's Game of the Year material, especially in a year where, like, Silk Song exists, and where Expedition 33 exists, and where all these other games exist. So I'm not upset to see it not in Game of the Year. I am upset to not see it in basically any other nominations. It only got nominated for Best Debut Indie, and it got nominated right alongside Expedition 33, and we all know Expedition 33 is just going to win everything that it got put up in. So I can't necessarily say that I super... This is kind of crazy to say, but I don't know if I care that much about the Game Awards this year. Because it's all just... It's just going to all be Expedition 33. I think if Silksong doesn't win Game of the Year, even as someone who hasn't played Silksong yet, that would be criminal, but I honestly see it happening. And I totally respect Expedition 33. Like, it is, from every account that I hear, an excellent game. But I really am not a fan of what is basically just going to be a clean sweep of all the categories. I like a little variety in my award show. What can I say? As someone who runs an award show and finds it particularly annoying that the Kraken wins everything that it's nominated for. So I think it deserves all the awards it's going to get, but I'm just going to be bored watching it. I saw Prisma for 202.50. That's a lot for a Prisma. Is that what Prismas are going for nowadays? Gosh, this truck is not fast. I'm barely keeping up with the Volkswagen Golf over there. V1's going 175. Wow. I might sell my Prisma. I do not flip the V1 Prisma as much as I really should. I'm thinking of letting a few Balisongs in my collection go, just because I want to reallocate the money into other things, to be completely honest. What are your thoughts on the best Balisong maker this year? I think Nibali's is really the... Oh, my truck overheated. That's cool. I think Nibali's is the only company that's really, like, done anything super meaningful this year. They've done the Impulse. They did the... There's Create with Nibali's. They got the... Is it just the Impulse that they released? I feel like there was something else. I am kind of nervous. The nominations end tomorrow, and I'm going to have to go through everything. Anytime anyone asks me what released this year, I'm like, gee, I genuinely don't know. Oh yeah, the cat. That's what I was thinking of. Thank you, Ted. I was thinking the cheese, but that's just because Teflon. It really doesn't seem like a lot happened in Balisongs this year. I'm most excited to go back to my stream that I did where I was like predicting everything that was going to happen this year and see how either good or bad my predictions were. Pretty incredible. Expedition 33 got nominated for so many things, despite the very small studio size and the fact that they sold the game for such a cheap price for how... Yeah, and this is why I shouldn't read very long chat messages like that while I'm driving. Oh, hello, mail truck. I left half my nominations blank because every time I thought of something, it was like, nope, that was last year. If you feel like it, you don't feel the need to, but I made it so that you can edit your nominations. I would genuinely go back and fill those in, even if it's something that didn't release this year. Because the last thing that I want for one of these shows is to have a category that I physically can't fill up because not enough people nominated enough things. I try and avoid giving nominations to things that only got 1 or 2 votes. So I want to avoid a place where I can only give nominations to things that got 1 or 2 votes. So even if it didn't release this year, just throw it in. The release this year thing is more for me when I'm tallying everything up. It's more of a situation of, okay, this thing got 20 votes, this thing got 19 votes. I'm going to prioritize the thing that got 19 votes if it released this year for the final spot in that category, if that makes any sense. Have you tried the Chroma knot scales? I have not. I don't even have a knot. Regime, Live Knot, Vega, Kite AL, Opus V2, Stitch V2. Yeah. I mean, genuinely, that might be the Balisong of the Year list right there. What's the Vega? It's the new LDY thing that they released. Ted, that... If I was a betting man, I would bet on that being the Bally of the Year list. Because none of those are from repeats. Oh no, Vega and Kite AL can't coexist. Because we can't have 2 from the same maker. But other than that, Stitch V2, Opus V2, Regime, Live Knot, yeah. That might genuinely be very close to what the final voting looks like. Thought you'd be playing a racing game? I am playing a racing game. I'm just racing around my 1950s era pickup truck. Not the most exciting racing game out there, but I also bottom out my suspension on every bump that I go over, causing immense frame damage to my car. And I money shifted the hell out of that. I wanted that ghost cop car, god damn it. See you later. Does the Vega have any liners? It is... Someone said in the chat earlier it is channel titanium liners. Or full titanium spacers or something like that. Recently figured out that bandage and stitch steel aren't the same thing. I almost guarantee in one of my past videos I've called bandage stitch steel at some point. Putting down my bro as flipper with flare just because I have no one else. Some great flipper, if you genuinely want some... I feel... No, I shouldn't recommend what you should nominate. was gonna say there's a few people I can give to you to nominate, but I don't want to. I don't want to influence anything. No, yeah, go for it. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to. I don't want to influence anything. Why do I have a corn pallet? What? Do I have like automatically take? I don't know. We can make another delivery on the island. I'd be okay with that. Let's do it. Unless there's one that takes me back to my little hometown. That one does. Let's do that. Hit an RTT Pally right now. Genuinely couldn't tell what you were specifically talking about, but no, I gotcha. Once I get off-road, once I get off the off-road section, then I'll... Holy spin out. Actually, probably should check how many nominations we're at. I'm a little concerned that there won't be enough interest in the Valley Awards this year to like actually make a meaningful voting sheet. Things were so much easier when Ty and I just picked shit out and made you guys vote on it, but... I still put him as my flipper of the year. Fair. You put him as flipper of the year instead of... Because that sounds like a creator of the year thing, Ted. Oh, this truck is wider than my other car. Okay. That went way better than I thought it would. Have you ever flipped while driving? I do not even... Am I just totally stuck? I do not even have my Balisong out in my car. I think that is grossly, grossly irresponsible. What's the button? What's the button? There we are. You could flip while drive. Yeah, that's what Ted was telling me to do. Here you go. My mic is here. I have to move my mic. It's a really... Oh, this is terribly awkward. I can't shift. This is terribly difficult, especially in a manual. How do people do this for fun? I guess it's kind of because I'm driving like a madman, but... Dude, no, how do people do that for fun. Holy shit. Granted, I'm trying to focus on 4 different things: driving, flipping, shifting, and streaming, so... And I stalled my car. Just stick to drinking. Okay, here, I'll drive like a grandma. Get up to maybe... There we go. See, like, this is easier, but I'm still very compressed. I'm very stuck. Drive with your feet? I can't. My knees are under the steering wheel. I'd have to... I guess I could do like this. There we go. I can drive with my knee, I guess. Oh, but I can't go the other way. I have to keep it in frame without hitting any of my sim equipment, which is the big real problem, and I can't turn. Ah, okay, no, this... Well, I thought you meant just drive with your knees, Ted, like a lot of people do. So the cat isn't from Create with Nabali's. The cat was the collaboration between Nabali's and a... Correct me if I'm wrong here, chat, because I think I might be a Korean YouTuber. Yeah, flipping while driving. Don't do it. Holy shit. Granted, maybe if I was in like a more open space, it would be a little easier. But also, it's just kind of stupid to do other stuff while you're driving anyway, so... What's up with your Twitch that you haven't streamed on? There's a video on Blade Bias called The History of Camaro EE if you want to know about what I did before I did Balisong YouTube. But the long and short of it is that I was a side character on Ty's stream, I guess you can call it. Who? My bad. My fault. I was basically just a side character on Ty's stream. Ty had a period where he was doing like genuinely consistent streams with content ideas, and he would make YouTube videos out of it. And I actually was the guy that edited together some of those videos, which is pretty much where I got my start editing. So we did, our most successful thing that we ever did was a viewer Minecraft world, because people on Twitch love it when they can join the thing that the streamer is doing. So we had a Minecraft world that we streamed on. I streamed on Twitch occasionally. It was mostly just like me playing some random game, like I would shiny hunt Pokemon, or I had my most successful solo thing was I did a playthrough of Animal Crossing New Leaf over the course of like 2 weeks. That people came and watched, which was pretty cool. It was like my first time I ever actually had viewers that were separate from Ty and that were semi-consistent. But my streams were very much so kind of what we do now. Wow, I thought that cop was going to get me, but I'm foot to the floor and we're only 3 over the speed limit. Yeah, I would stream like VR stuff, Beat Saber, Minecraft. It was very much just chill things. Just imagine some friggin'... Gosh, I had to be 15 or 16 at the time. Much higher pitched voice. Much somehow less socially capable than I am now. Just talking to random people in his chat. But it was mainly the Thai Minecraft world. And then I kind of left Twitch behind because YouTube was a way. I had an idea back when I first made my first video of learning tricks while streaming. And then that grew into what my streams became for a while, where we just sat and talked with chat. And that never seemed like a thing that would work on Twitch. So I just stuck to YouTube because that's where all my Balisong viewers were. And that's where the people who would actually care about that stuff lived. In regards to, someone asked earlier about, do I think all my stream viewers are Balisong flippers? I think they almost have to be, because there's so many things that get talked about in this stream that if you're not a Balisong flipper, you would just have no idea about. You have no idea when I'm talking about the Astra or the freaking handle bias or the blade bias, or we're talking about like flipping this thing or that thing. I don't think that's enjoyable for a random viewer to come in and listen to. We've had a few people that randomly find the streams and come in and say, hey, this is pretty interesting, but I don't think it's a very large number of my stream viewers. Well, Em, you are also like my friend outside of streaming, so that's why that is. I could multi-stream, but again, I just don't see Twitch viewers being interested in what my streams are. Something like this I would do on Twitch, because this is just like a game stream. But my normal streams where I'm just sitting talking to camera, Twitch would not care about that. Kind of have the same idea. I dare you. You dare me what? I hate Google base name. Crazy story. Last Monday I had to slip up with the Opus V2. I was trying to remove the clip on my radio. Ended up stabbing my hand right at the base. Genuinely my nightmare scenario. I hope you're okay, Ted. I love Ghost, but his stream is hard to watch with so many newbies asking the same question. That's why a lot of people ask me, like, hey, why don't you do your streams over on Blade Bias? I don't want to have a bunch of people in here. I don't want to have 100 viewers who are all asking basically the same thing over and over again. And I'm just, like, sitting on repeat the whole stream. I like my streams because it's a conversation that genuinely, like, flows. Conversation's a heavy word there, but the topics flow on these streams because there's only, like, 15 people in here at any given time. In a stream with 100 people, you can't have a topic that flows. It'll get thrown all over constantly. So the things that, like, Ghost does with the vertical streams, I could never do that. Was bleeding like crazy, full arterial spray. Jeez. Walked over the paper towels as I was losing consciousness. Holy shit, Ted. Okay. I need to get this truck repaired. What sort of questions do you look for on these sorts of streams? I try to respond to anything that isn't just like a really stupid question. Like I'll basically ignore people who just come in to stream looking for attention. Like that guy at the beginning who was like, "You make Balisongs your whole personality, huh?" It's like, yeah, it's my YouTube channel. You spend 3 days working on that one, or but like I'll look for things that I want to answer or things that I can just really quickly answer without kind of messing up the flow of everything. I do not want to be a DoorDash driver. Got some paper towel on my hand, walked out to the hall, found a lady, told her to call the emergency response team on the radio. Wait, was this at work? You did learn to drive from my mom. I promise I'm a better driver in real life. You ruined company property? No, I didn't. This is my car. This is my own personal vehicle. I need to see, do I have an upgraded radiator in this thing? Because that truck overheated even when my radiator wasn't broken. I think it's powertrain, radiator. Oh, I do have the large one. Hey. They stopped me from full collapsing when they wrapped my hand. Thankfully, the Opus was a false edge. I was only able to go. Wow, Ted. All that damage with a false live blade. Ugh. I've thought about that, Mayo. I think if I was in that situation, I would just, like, bend to the truth a little bit. I'd be like, yeah, I had a knife and it slipped and it cut me, you know? Because that's the truth. I don't have to explain what's going on. Alright. I want... a bigger truck. Saying Google it to a guy whose name is I Hate Google is very funny. So that's the truck I have now. I kind of want to buy this. I do have $500,000, so I could buy one of the most expensive cars in the game. Blood directly on the radio. I wanted them to know what happened trying to get the clip loose. If it happened while flipping, it would have been an HR write-up. It's still a huge write-up anyway, though, right? And do they not care the method at which you were getting out the clip? See you, Rat. Have a good one. Farewell, rodent. All right. This is high tier luxury in here. For some reason, the guy that made this game modeled the Hyundai Envision 74. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. For some reason, he put the Envision 74 into the game, which is based because this is genuinely one of the coolest looking cars of the modern day, if you ask me. I'm gonna rent it because I want to drive it. This was clickbait. You're not driving. I'm trying, MK. It was more of a could have happened to anyone situation. They just took me to urgent care and then I filled out a basic injury form. Wow, well, I'm glad it worked out, dude. That is genuinely scary, and I hope that you're feeling a little better at this point. I also hope it heals fast. And I'm glad it didn't evolve into like this huge thing with your company. The rain, the rain. Oh my gosh, I saved it somehow. Cars look very hard to digest. Like visually? Uh-oh. It's a good thing I don't have to pay for this. Fully healed now. Happened 2 days after. Oh, fully healed in a week. That is impressive. Hello, officer. Goodbye, officer. Balisong flipper crashes car. Real? You know, maybe this is a sign that I shouldn't buy this car. The one thing I'll say about this game that's a bummer is holy pop in Batman. To be fair, I think that's actually on me. Hold on. Yeah. Vehicle, where is it? View distance. If I turn view distance up, it should actually help significantly. No, still a lot of pop in. Note to self, never get in a car if Camaro EE is driving. You know, I know a few people whose girlfriends have the same mentality as you. Alright, it's done raining. Let's actually drive this thing. We're off to a bad start. I genuinely love this car, though. Oh, what are... Oh, great heavens. What is happening here? Not even my fault. Fine, I'll be a good traffic follower. Make the turn, please. I want to put my foot down. Currently wearing a halter. Hold on. That crash was because I was reading chat. Brandon, what? Brandon, what? You can't just drop that lore and then not expand. Don't mind that. We're good. I can't see the road. Thank you, son. You know what? I think that's it for me. I think that's enough Hyundai Envision for me. Yeah, I'm just completely stuck. Put your back into it. I want to make the 10-hour drive from Florida to in a video game. Do you? Hyundai, I don't know. See, when I was young, I was like, man, I really want a 2-scale driving game. And then I realized that would suck. I'd want to be able to see the map. And in order to see anything that's like different in the United States, you would have to drive genuinely like 8 to 10 hours. I get it. I love open world games. The Crew 2 has like a scaled down US, and I really liked driving around that. Hyundai? It could be any one of those, truth be told. Could be any single one of those. Hello, officer. Goodbye, officer. Oh, no! That's not good. We're jumping. Incredible. All right. Oh, dear. The trees. I'm just going to leave that there. See you later. I'm a suspect. Fine. Surrender. Game name, and is it free? It is not free. It is called Motor Town. Having the ability to, like, plop yourself wherever in the country would be neat. It would be very cool. It would be very cool. We got to see you do the craziest jump ever. Okay, hold on. We'll do it. I know where there's a crazy jump in this game. We'll get it going. Let me just mark it on the map. Pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, pretty sure it's that one. Do the crazy jump on the moped. On the moped, huh? That would be pretty fun. I got the same setup, just a different shifter knob. Hell yeah. I wouldn't mind getting maybe a weighted shifted knob for it, but it already doesn't feel real, so I don't really need it to be upgraded at all. Alright. Do this shit. I'll just buy it. Nah, do I want to buy it? I don't want to buy it. Let's hope the wheel still works with motorcycles. I genuinely don't know. Wow. I've changed my mind. I don't think we're gonna make it very far if we jump the moped. Yeah. Genuinely don't think that we're gonna make it very far on that one, so I'm gonna get back in the old classic Sunday cruiser, as I like to call it, and let's jump this shit. That thing is loud. Show us your drift run. No. Not a drifter, I don't even know how good drifting is in this game. Do the jump with a passenger. There's a passenger right next to the dealership where the jump is, so I'll pick up that passenger if I remember to. Oh wait, I always forget about this turn before the bridge. Alright, we're good. Hello, officer. Oh, that's not an officer. Just hold the handbrake and pray for a perfect drift. Do I even have... Oh, I do. It's a button on my steering wheel, but I do have it. Alright, we're gonna drift onto the highway. You ready? Oh, he kinda got that shit, though. I can hear the Tokyo Drift already. That was one of the drifts ever. Real. Might be the best drift this stream. Probably gonna be the only drift this stream, unless I just full send it sideways going 105. I would do that, but I want to not be damaged before we go over this bump or this jump. Unintentionally drifted earlier. Okay, well, purposeful drift. I'll take it. All right, here it is, chat. Here is our jump of choice. Can you turn on the blinker? Yeah. Here's our jump of choice. And our passenger of choice should be... somewhere, right? Somewhere around here? Oh, nope. The passenger is now gone from this area. So, I guess I will have to go... Oh, I'm going to pick someone up from the airport. You know what? That works. Oh. Hello. Reverse, please. Thank you. I ate the You ate the passenger? Could you jump that whole ass mountain, though? I actually unintentionally already did, Brandon. Hey, look, there's my car over there on the left that I jumped that mountain with. Alright, gotta get a feel for the road. How fast can we go before we hit our jump? Oh, dear. We're good. Get our potentially very unwilling participant. Your poor yeah, my poor suspension. Hey man, your Uber is here. Oh, he wants to go to the car dealership, guys.
Thank you.
Let's take him to the car dealership. Don't worry, we'll make sure you get to the car dealership. Just a nice, relaxing, low stress. Welcome to the city. I hope your flight was good. I hope they didn't lose your bags.
Be careful.
Hey, look, it's the car dealership, dude. $70 meters and we landed it. Let's go. This is a Korean version of Crazy Taxi? No, actually. Wait, where do you want to be dropped off, dude? Oh, right there. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good night, Adriana. I hope you sleep well. Thanks for stopping by. So Remshi, this is Motortown. It is Big Island, and you can do a lot of things. You can be a taxi, or you can be a truck driver, or you can be a tow truck driver, or you can be a racer. We can go to the raceway. I might go to the raceway. Let's go to the raceway. You drifted and the passenger got upset. And when you jumped, he didn't care. The people in this game that you have to deliver are certainly odd. I've had jobs that I've done where I'm driving the speed limit on a road and I go around like a turn like this and they get mad at me for not making them comfortable enough. Not driving like a crazy person, just driving the speed limit. like a normal person. And they're like, yeah, no. Alright, at the raceway, what will we do? I am going to fill up. Oh, I can't go out this way. Okay. I'm gonna get canceled. Why am I gonna get canceled? Is it because I Marquez Brown lead it in the school zone? All right. Racing in the taxi. I don't even know how races in this game work. Gross vehicle weight should not go over 40, and axle weight should not go over 10. Cool. Can I just go? Oh, we're going. Okay. We're going in the rain on an unfamiliar track. And it seems highly illegal for me to even be here in the first place. Wow, this is not a very high-speed track, huh? Maybe should have picked a different track, and maybe should have waited for the rain to stop. Oh, the drift, though. I gotta go this way. What sim setup do you have? So I got a used one off of Facebook Marketplace. I literally drove across the state for it. It is a Logitech G29 with the shifter, and it's connected to the Logitech, I think it's called the Playseat Challenge or something like that. It's a foldable playseat, so it's like this all-in-one thing. Oh my god, no brakes. So whenever I am done with it, I literally can just fold it up and put it in the corner, and it's kind of awesome. And I got a great deal on it, so I am very happy. Oh, there is no traction. Holy understeer. Go! Go! This is the fastest we're ever going to go on this track. Oh my god. Oh, I'm in third. Alright, we're gonna brake early. Go for a hairpin. These tires got nothing. Oh, I hairpinned too much. Hello? There's our actual turn. Of all the racers in the world, you are definitely one of them. I didn't even get a lap time. Okay, well, we'll go again. That was just a shakedown. This is the real deal. I like that despite the way the game looks, the physics look okay. I think is basically what you said, Remshu. It's kind of difficult to look when I'm... Look, Mom, I'm race car driving. I don't even have to shift. I can just friggin'... It would be a fun track to have, like, other... Shit. It didn't dock me points. It didn't detect a collision. We're good. I feel like this would be a genuinely fun track to have a bunch of people on. All fighting each other. And it's not raining anymore, so I actually have a little bit more grip. Much speed as we can on this straightaway. Throw it into the turn. I know nothing about sim racing, by the way. I know this is bad. I know I'm doing bad. We're in third gear. We're going back down to second. $146. I'll take it. We'll see if we can beat that lap time. Game looks pretty funny. I like that the sim physics actually look pretty good despite the way the rest of the game looks. The game looks like Roblox, but it's a little bit arcadey. Like, I think there is a comical lack of grip in some areas, but it's fun. It does have rain physics as well. No slip angle, no trail braking. This is amateur hour right here. This is why I got the sim setup, because I don't know what any of that means. I have zero idea what any of that means, and I would like to learn. Read the text of Ulysses as you drive. Marketplace is filled with them. None of them have been particularly, like, super close to me, but you, if you really wanted to, could get the wheel that I have here with the shifter and a stand for maybe like 150, 200 bucks. Or maybe it's just the fact that Marketplace knows that's what I was looking for, so it just inundated me with every one. But for the price of a Barracuda V2, you could probably get a decent sim experience. Dude, Marketplace really picks up on what, like, I clicked on one apartment listing because I was like, dang, that's a good price for that preview photo. I just wanted to see it, and Facebook was like, oh, you need an apartment, and now I can't escape apartments. I can't do it. Oh, okay. But yeah, Remshi, I actually genuinely do recommend this game. What button did I set to get out of the car? One of them, I guess. Although once I get out of the car, I can't turn. So I'm gonna rent this Porsche. And we're gonna see the lap time I can get with this thing. because I'm positive this will be a little bit better. Game name, this is Motortown. Motortown Behind the Wheel. I think it's only on Steam. I don't know if it's on Xbox. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, this feels way better. This feels like it can actually... This car feels like it can actually hold its breakfast a little better. Oh, and there's a 10-second penalty. Okay. And I stalled it. We're doing good. We are doing. This is just a shakedown lap for this car. We'll get there. I also need to learn, like, racing lines and all that shit. Oh, it's raining. Are you serious? Sorry, limiter. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Dude, I got nothing in the rain. Understeer. Okay. Lap ignored. Collision. I thought it was a 10-second penalty. Make up your mind. Oh my gosh. Alright, I gotta... get off the course. We gotta wait for it to stop raining if we want to do this. Playable on Steam Deck? I wouldn't be surprised. I played this game on controller for a little while. It was actually genuinely fun. Alright, we wait for the rain. Turn off my engine while we're at it. Drifting is at least mentioned in the Steam description, so it looks like the physics are at least partially developed for it. I think so. My car is all the way over here. So there's like a whole tuning system. I think you can get genuine race part or drifting parts. We go like tires. Yeah, they have drift tires. Little less grip than your standard road tires. Off-road. You can change your brake balance, different brake pads, braking power. Change the ride height, anti-roll bars, dampers, angle kits. I think you can camber your wheels, maybe. I'm not paying $20,000 for that, but Depends on the car as well. Obviously, different cars have different setups that you can get. But now that it's no longer raining, hello, Mr. Porsche. We are. I don't have the ability to turn with my wheel on foot for some reason. All right, let's go. We're aiming for better than a 146. I have a higher performance car. It should be simple. But I think as you guys have seen with my driving so far, nothing is simple. Don't hit. Oh, and this lap doesn't count. I just wanted to make the dialogue box go away. Was that so difficult? Is that so much to ask? Well, good thing it was a rental. Are there any other good racetracks? There is this one, which looks fun. Actually, I might do that one next. That one. All of them, like this one looks like it sucks. It just doesn't look big enough. That's a mine. So the other cool thing about this game is that you actually have to like genuinely get... You have to build up the economies of these towns down here. You can see like there's no gas stations because there's not enough people who live there. So if I deliver stuff to this site or this site, it will like build up the population and then I'll actually be able to go to those gas stations. You can see this one, it needs coal. So I'd give it coal and then it produces H-beams, which then I can deliver other places. There is a drag strip. I don't have a drag car though. Also, it looks like it's almost completely closed. It looks like most of the raceways are up here. I'll do this one next, but I want to get a freaking time with the Porsche at the harbor. I could just buy the Porsche. Rear wheel 240. All right. try it. Oh, he misses it by a hair. Dude, I suck at this. There's just so much more to driving a car than you ever realize. Or not even just driving a car, racing a car. There's so much more to racing a car than you ever realize. You got lines and shifting and braking distance and steering and all of this stuff. No! Oh my god, we win those. We beat 146? Yeah, we shaved 4 seconds off. That's not bad. I didn't even feel like that was a really good lap. Are there any parking spots that I can get rid of this rental? No. I'm gonna have to drive all the way back out into the city. Actually, let's give the Porsche a shakedown on some actual roads. Drift. That was barely a drift. What up, Socks? Damn it. Whee! Whee! Serve and protect. Oh, right. How long have I been streaming for? 2 hours. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god, no way. I do have 500 grand to do something with. Debating if I want to buy that electric car, if I want to buy the Porsche, or might put a bigger engine in the Datsun. Or a turbo. A turbo would be sick. I might actually just do a turbo. Stock or stage 1? Stage 1 is a lot more, but later on. This is a 1972 Datsun 240Z. I'm putting a turbocharger in this thing. I was kind of nervous about doing this because I actually do really like the way this car drives stock. But, oh, I have a new bar in the bottom right. Is that my spool on the turbo? Or is that a supercharger that spools? I don't... BMW driver moment. So this is the car guy Ethan. Maybe. Maybe. Who wants to know? Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, we're good. Held the handbrake for a little too long there. Alright. I don't know if I really felt the turbo all that much on the drive up here, but we'll see how it goes in this. The car feels slower. Well, maybe not. $123. This is going downhill, so this isn't a very good test. I'm just gonna bomb it off the side of the highway. Let's just see how this goes. Whee! Well, that was significantly less fun than I thought it would be. And I don't know where I am, so back we go. Oh, I got a repair company. Go. Get my bus back in working order. I think... See how bad my hot... Oh my gosh, it's so bad. This... Oh, this thing sucks to drive. Holy... Oh my goodness. This is my hatchback that I put a V10 in, or a V8 or something that it is not meant for. Every time I press the gas, the wheel gets... Okay, yep. This is the car that taught me that I can't just throw a better engine in something and it's going to perform better. Because holy crap, does this thing suck. You have to fight it at every... I gotta fight it at every... My wheel doesn't like it either. I have to fight it at every step. It's not even that fast either. Oh god. Oh god. Oh dear. I can't believe I'm still on the road. I'm not on the road. Okay. No. And he sticks the landing. That... I could not think of a more representative thing of how driving this thing on a controller was. And that was before force feedback. Yeah, that's about right. I guess I'll leave the turbo in there for now. Doesn't really make this thing squirrely, which I was hoping it wouldn't. We'll put some better brakes in there, though. I have 2 different wheels on the front and then in the back? What? How did that happen? I just fixed that.
Thank you very much.
Let's see if these better tires are any better. Ugh. Oh, yeah, baby. Alright, this thing somehow feels even better. I mean, not somehow. I obviously upgraded it, but I wasn't expecting it to feel this much better. Oh. Excuse me, thank you. Our taxi passenger has to take that exit, but I want to see how fast this thing goes now. You were going to play this game? You should play this game. This game's awesome. Come on, new top speed? I want to see new top speed. Yeah! 230. Oh, it overheated. Ooh, the new brakes and tires feel great. Hello. That is my fault for stopping in the middle of the highway, I suppose. So the turbocharger did predictably make us faster, the better tires predictably helped with grip, and the new brakes predictably are braking better. Who could have guessed? But I feel like I wish there was a better way for cooling. I already have the upgraded radiator. If I'm overheating on that, I don't know what I'm supposed to do at that point. Oh yeah, those brakes are braking.
Thank you very much.
And on that lovely note, I think that does it. I think that does it for this one. Oh, green screen causing a whole bunch of bullshit back there, but wow, that looks weird. I guess I can just all right. Thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe I'll do more sim streams in the future. We'll see. Until next one, I'll see you later. Goodbye. Goodbye now. See you later now. Goodbye. See ya.